I never believed betrayal could wear the face of family until the day I opened the wedding invitation. At first, I thought it was a cruel mistake. My name was written beautifully on the cream-colored envelope, the gold lettering announcing a wedding I had once dreamed of for myself. But when I slid out the card, the names carved in elegant script stole my breath. My sister, Lily, and my fiancé, Daniel. The room spun as I clutched the invitation. My heart pounded so violently I thought it might burst from my chest. My sister, the one who had been my best friend growing up, the one I had trusted with my secrets and my pain, had stolen the man I thought would be my forever. And worse, she had invited me to witness their happiness, as if daring me to break in front of everyone. For days, I couldn't eat or sleep. My mind replayed every memory of Lily and Daniel together. The subtle glances I brushed off, the excuses Daniel made when he couldn't see me, the strange way Lily had stopped asking about my wedding plans. I had trusted them both blindly, but now the truth revealed itself with piercing clarity. I had been deceived by the two people closest to me. When the day of the wedding arrived, I debated not going. My pride screamed at me to burn the invitation and vanish from their lives. But something deeper whispered that I needed to go, not for them, but for myself. I needed to face them, to confront the betrayal, and to show that they hadn't destroyed me. The venue was breathtaking, a grand hall filled with white roses and glittering chandeliers. Guests laughed and smiled, unaware of the storm raging inside me. As I walked in, whispers followed. People knew. They knew I was the woman Daniel had once promised to marry, and they were waiting to see if I would crumble. And then I saw them. Lily stood at the altar in a dazzling white gown, her smile radiant, her eyes full of victory. Daniel looked handsome, as he always did, but his eyes flickered nervously when they met mine. For a moment, silence hung between us, unspoken words filling the space, guilt, shame, defiance. When the ceremony began, I sat rigid, my hands clasped tightly together to keep them from trembling. Each vow they exchanged cut into me like a blade. I wanted to scream, to shout the truth to the world, that the man pledging eternal love to my sister had once whispered those very promises to me. But I stayed silent. My silence was not weakness, it was power. As the crowd erupted in applause, I rose slowly to my feet. My heart was heavy, but my spine was straight. Instead of fleeing, I walked calmly down the aisle, past the new couple, past the murmuring guests. When I reached the door, I paused. I turned back just once, meeting Lily's eyes. She expected me to look broken. Instead, I gave her a small, unshaken smile, the kind that said, "You did not win. You only revealed who you are." That night, I went home and tore up the photographs of Daniel and me, not in anger, but in release. I realized then that I had been spared a lifetime of pain. A man who could betray me so easily and a sister who could destroy me without remorse did not deserve a place in my future. Over time, the wounds began to heal. I poured myself into my work, my passions, and the people who truly loved me. Slowly, joy returned. Months later, I met someone unexpected, a man who listened with patience, who cherished honesty, who made me laugh in ways Daniel never had. It wasn't a fairy tale, it was real, imperfect, and beautifully mine. Looking back, I understood that Lily and Daniel's betrayal had been the fire that forced me to rise stronger. They tried to shatter me, but all they did was set me free. So when I tell my story, I don't tell it with bitterness. I tell it with pride. Because betrayal does not define you, how you rise from it does. And sometimes, the people who hurt you most are the ones who unknowingly push you toward the life, and the love, you truly deserve. Sparkle's inspiring message for the end. Betrayal can break your heart, but it can also break your chains. Sometimes losing people you thought you couldn't live without is the first step toward discovering the life you were meant to live.